I'm gonna go with microwave fish. I don't.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I don't
Oh my
like.
God, you're disgusting.
You've killed people. You've for certain killed people. They should investigate you.
Top goes down the jag. I don't even smell it anymore. So that means he's microwaved fish.
No, people do it at work, man.
You got to be a real self-serving person to microwave fish at work. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, guys, on Draft via Zoom once again. How's it going, fellas?
It's late.
It's late.
It's late. I'm normally, did my duty and I'm going to sleep about now. Know what I'm saying?
You're in your onesie?
I'm in my snuggle.
What do you just clarify for everybody? What do you mean did your duty? What does that mean?
I mean, we're going to let the adults talk here, Mark. I mean, I know you got like a child's brain, so I'll let you think about that. Maybe Google it, figure it out.
The Zoom looks better because the camera's better. I mean, on the phone.
What, this one?
Yeah, that's what I want to do from the phone. It's just a better picture.
Yeah. I have to download some backgrounds to it. It is a better picture.
So we're here last week. We for those of you that haven't watched the show before, watched it in the past, we were doing it now is each one of us is taking a turn, coming up with the subject and laying out the draft board for the rest of the podcast. Last week we did things we would do for $1 million. As you can imagine, there's some interesting choices. So go check that out. It was a pretty fun episode. I watched it back the other night with my wife. She was in and out of it, but she laughed a few times. So I think that went cool. And I think this one's going to be interesting too. So unfortunately, Zach's not here. I guess he was too busy to get on a Zoom.
Apparently,
I get it. He's a big business tycoon. Got a lot going on.
Apparently, his duty takes a little bit longer than Rocky doing his duty.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's an amateur.
Yeah.
Maybe, right, or maybe he's savoring the flavor. Maybe that's all.
Or maybe he's just playing with his cat. So, Mark's in charge this week. Mark made the draft. Mark, you sent us the list. I think I have an idea of what it is that we're drafting today, but
I have an idea. It's
can you clarify?
So this is there are 14 selections on the board.
That's right.
For smells that you do not want to be trapped in a car with on a long journey.
That's probably better than I imagined it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go the other
now.
I thought you were going to go the other way with this.
Yeah. All right.
What other way? What other way can you go? Please clarify for the viewers.
No, I don't want to things that smells that you love or something from that side of it. But yeah, so same difference, just from the other angle. What do you drink? What are you drinking there, buddy?
A little red wine, a little red Zinfandel.
Okay.
I hope Tara's in the room with you. If you're drinking,
she is. But real men can drink red Zinfandel by themselves. It's okay.
First of all, I never heard of red Zinfandel. I've only heard of it. So I think you're making like a statement on color is what I think you're doing.
You've never heard of red Zinfandel?
No.
It's the most popular Zinfandel. White Zinfandel is like that's child's juice.
I don't know.
Red Zinfandel is one of the driest reds that you can drink. Having a child's brain, I have an adult man's refined palate. I do apologize.
Yeah, I can tell by your hoodie.
My snuggie.
Right. So should I spin the wheel here?
Spin the wheel. Oh man. Yeah, so I was thinking like with the smells, you could have definitely did something like well, I don't know how you would phrase it.
I mean, you're not going to believe it, but I'm going to send you a text picture to Phil to
Screenshot,
corroborate.
Rocky.
But
Not a text picture.
Was he first again? Like always?
but I got first.
Of course you did.
All right, spin it again.
He's really sending us pictures.
Yeah, I don't want to see your text picture.
All
You
right,
can lie to me even. I don't really care. It don't matter. Did you look at the board? Dude, it's 14 horrible picks. No one's winning this.
Mark.
Everybody loses.
Mark is second.
All right, I'll take it.
Bill is third, and now we spin for the wild card.
No, but see, you're picking things that you don't want to be around.
Right.
So you can win.
Yeah.
So you just picked the smelliest thing.
So are we picking things we don't, or things that we would want to?
These you pick the smell that you do not want to be trapped in a car with.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can win.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to spin. You guys can't see this. I don't know why I'm holding it up, but
Well,
we're gonna
because you're guilty.
we're gonna spin. No, because I'm lucky, and you guys are just pissed.
Oh, now you believe in luck.
You know what? We can spin it the other way. It could be smells that you do want to be trapped in a car with. That probably makes it a little bit more interesting.
Makes it more interesting, but it's not as realistic. Maybe there's a different way to do it. Like, no, we'll roll with what you did because you came up with it. Let's not change it.
Yeah, I kind of like that though. I kind of like that you do want to be trapped in the car with, because then that leaves the most horrible ones for the end. So yeah, do it that way.
Smells that you could be like you could stand. Well, how do we say that?
Basically, the best of the worst smells.
Yes.
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 Bill, you have the wild card.
All right.
Right.
Last pick on the wild card. All right.
Yeah. So you're gonna need it. Yeah. So
right.
I'm gonna
start. So to clarify, Rocky, you're picking the smell off of this board that you can tolerate in the car.
Yeah. This is easy. This is easy.
Smells that you could deal with, basically, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is easy. Number, 1-1. You got to take cheap perfume. I don't care how expensive perfume is. Doesn't say it's bad cheap perfume. I've smelled some pretty good knockoffs. So
I bet you have.
Cheap perfume.
That's how them Cleveland ladies roll.
Hey,
I'm telling, dude. There is nothing worse than being stuck. Like, imagine like when you're stuck in an elevator and someone's wearing like, I don't care if it's good perfume. If they're wearing a ton of it, man, it is horrible. And to drive cross country with that smell the entire time, you don't want to blow your brains out.
cheap perfume. 1-1. It's the best thing to get stuck in a car with. None of these are good, but this is the best of the world of these.
Reminds you of prom?
No comment.
Maybe.
All right. I'm gonna go for 1-2 here that I'm gonna pick this because it happens in my car quite often. My kids get done their sporting events, and the very first thing they want to do is kick off their nasty little shoes and have their rotten little feet stink up the whole entire car. So I'm used to the smell at this point. I think I could probably make it cross country with dirty feet.
That's a term that we used to use back in the day for something else. It meant something else entirely different, Mark.
Yeah, I bet the circles that you ran in, I bet it meant something completely different.
You call a girl a dirty foot. Yeah, those were fighting words. Just saying.
What does it mean? I want to know what is it?
I mean, it means a girl gets around a little bit, Feet are
neighborhood pump. Neighborhood pump.
That may have been the Hoboken term. I don't know, but
okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to waste any time here. I mean, there's not a lot of layups on this list.
There's not.
But I feel like there's two here that I hate dogs. Not hate dogs. I hate the way they smell when they're wet. so I can't go there. I'm gonna go urine. I can deal with some stale piss.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not a pleasant smell, but I don't know about like, listen, we've all been in an alley behind the bar where you whip it out and let it ride. And you smell stale piss. It's not the end of the world. It's not the type of smell that makes you nauseous. And I think a lot of the other stuff on this list could invoke nausea.
It's like taking the New York subway across country. That's what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, we've been around it. We've done it.
Taking the L train to California. That's what it smells like.
Yeah, I could deal with the piss.
All right.
That's a fine pick. It's a fine pick. I'm gonna go right to my next pick. I'm kind of surprised it's still here. I do think there's a range, right? But I'm gonna put bad body odor. Listen, I don't like it, but compared to some of these things, I can't stand a wet dog. I can't stand rotten meat. Like I'll put up with a little bit of Steve Sparrow BO.
I gotta push back. I gotta put see for me, bad body odor comes with there's other things involved here. Like I'm gonna look at you different. I'm not gonna like you the same. Like I
Yeah.
can love somebody, and if I'm stuck with them and they smell, I mean my demeanor and the way I treat them could really change
Yeah.
pretty rapidly. I'm
I
not
get
proud
that.
of it. Not proud of it.
No, but I
But
mean,
I can be
well,
very irritated.
I mean, it's right there, right? I mean, you're in the car. You don't want to breathe it in. So when they like want to have a long conversation, you're giving them short answers. That translates to outside of the car when you're in open air. You still want to be short with them. You don't you don't want to be around them. Like
Yeah,
God,
but you know what? You can tell somebody with bad body odor. I'm not talking to you. You can't tell a pile of shit that it's just there. It smells. None of these are good, but body odor. Okay, it's the least of these.
All
body
right,
body
agree
odor
to disagree.
body odor might have been the last layup there, and that's four. Only four last. That means these last 10 suck. Oh man! Now, since both of you kind of showed your whole cards, I could have probably gone wet dog here, but it sounds like neither one of you are going to go wet dog at all. So I can probably get that later. Oh man, I don't, I don't know. I definitely there's one on here for sure. I would not be able to tolerate. I would vomit from here to California for sure. Ah man, I think I got to go. I hate to do it, man. I think I
Just
got to
do
go.
it.
I think I got to go stale vomit. I think
Hell,
I could.
oh no.
Uh,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
a
you just,
that's a high pick for still vomit.
That's psychopath.
it's somebody yacked in the back seat. It's probably mashed into the carpet in
Oh
the back.
no.
After a certain amount of time, got hopefully the air conditioner's working.
Nah,
Hopefully you can roll down the windows.
no, you got to sell that car. It's done,
Yeah, no, that's great. It never goes away.
done. Yeah,
I
car's
mean,
done.
are you looking at the other stuff on this board though? The other stuff on this board is
Listen, when you
horrifying.
get vomit, if you don't get it out right away, there's always it's like the haunting of a past lover, like it just you won't smell it for months, and then just the right crosswind through the back seat, and
You get a
you
whiff.
just catch a whole mouthful of it. I vomit, still vomit, terrible.
Well, and I'm picturing eat the worm kind of vomit. Like that's like the worst when it's got that tinge of sour from
Uh,
chicken.
you can
Oh,
smell this. You can smell the seasoning.
yeah.
All right, listen. I lied, Mark. I'll take a dirty bitch in the car. Doesn't matter. Give it to me. I mean, over these other things. Give me the dog. Wet dog.
Sounds like you're not the only one. Sounds like Rocky's had a dirty foot or two too.
Listen, that's the right choice because at least you love your dog, right? Your dog's in your car. You love
Yeah,
it. You're
yeah,
probably the idiot that got him wet. It's your fault. Like you
yeah. I
can't.
don't like any of these other things.
Neither do I. The rest of them definitely. The rest of them are horrible. The rest are not gonna. What are you drinking there?
This right here,
Little apple cider, apple cider
Buffalo Trace,
vinegar.
Buffalo Trace.
Nice.
Boy, I'm trying to think here now. And I'm going to
It's
go.
not-
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot, but there's one that's less offensive than the others.
Yes, there is.
I'm going to go with microwave fish. I don't,
Oh no!
Oh no,
I don't
Oh
like,
my God, you're disgusting.
that's
I don't like the smell, but it's better than anything else on this board right now.
You've killed
Mm-mm.
people. You've for certain killed people. They should investigate you. You
Listen.
have bones in your backyard. That is disgusting.
Fish. It's okay.
Yeah, microwave. There is zero chance you can tolerate that for 2,500 miles, Rocky. Come
So
on.
you've microwave fish in front of
Listen,
people.
no, I don't. But I'm saying of these things, all I'm doing is throwing down the top of my Jag. I'm not even smelling it.
Oh, you're still smelling microwave fish in that car.
And everybody else is too.
Yeah.
Problems. Top goes down in the Jag. I don't even smell it anymore. I'm listening to my music, you know. Maybe a
Going
bird
down,
down and snatches it up. We don't know what happens. I'm
going
good.
down the street like Bubba Gum Shrimp Company. No way.
Oh my God.
That was the one I was talking about earlier. That's the one that I for sure would not have picked on this entire list.
Well,
So then-
the fish smell.
Fish.
Say that again.
So that means he's microwaved fish.
No, people do it at work, man. There's actually signs at work.
That's
that
the
says-
word.
There are signs at work that say
Just to smell.
no microwaving fish. It's bad when you have to have that in your break room. It says no microwaving fish.
Where's the etiquette?
Who's
Uh,
who's microwaving fish?
So we no, it's funny. The reason why I throw this one, this was probably the last one that I threw up on the board. There was someone at work today. She was, I think she was fish shamed, and she was kind of like she was eating the fish out of her dish, out of her lunch bag, and like every time she took a bite, she had to put like the top of the lunch bag up, quick shovel on a bite, and then put the
Oh
top
my
of the lunch
God.
bag back down.
Go outside.
It was so bad. Everybody that walked by, they were like, "Oh my God, who died?" Like she must have heard it like a dozen times. It was awful.
You got to be a real self-serving person to microwave fish at work.
Yeah, or
Like-
just like completely naive to the fact of what it smells like. I don't know.
Everybody knows you don't do fish
You don't do that.
in a public setting.
Oh,
Her-
all right, man. What next? I think
Is it your turn?
yeah, it's me. I don't like to do it, but I mean, it's like smelling farts the entire ride. Give me rotten eggs. I'll take rotten eggs pick 3.
I don't know, man. I have smelt some bad rotten eggs. I don't know if I could put up with that for 3,000 miles.
I don't even know how rotten eggs smell.
It smells bad. It smells.
Is that like it's that straight like sulfur smell?
like
Nasty.
it's like burnt hair and curry that's gone bad.
Like when I think of bad smelling eggs, I think of like a hard boiled egg or something. I don't think I've ever smelled a rotten egg.
I mean, an egg doesn't smell good to begin with. Just a
Yeah.
hard boiled egg kind of
Well,
has.
when they're fried, they smell good.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, this is an easy pick for me. I'm going old restaurant trash. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. What restaurant was it? Was it a
Doesn't
bagel
matter.
shop?
It's
The
all
bagel shop?
rotten. It's all rotten, nasty food that's been sitting out in the hot Florida sun.
Have you
Maybe,
ever?
I mean, you didn't say rotten restaurant trash. You just said restaurant trash. I mean, it
Yeah,
is
but I
old
mean,
though. It's old.
If we're putting context to it, I mean, it's thrown out at the end of the day. Trash
Yeah.
pickups usually once a week. We live in
No.
Florida, so obviously we're taking the road trip here from Florida, so it's hot as hell out every day.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
going to poo-poo it too much, but yeah, old restaurant a day or two old because it comes more often than that. But I mean, I'm just stacking it up with what else is here. I feel like old restaurant trash. I don't really know the particular smell I'm getting. These other things have a very distinct, strong odor that I can picture.
I get
So
it. So you're
with that being
gambling.
said, I'm gambling here that the restaurant trash, maybe the combination of all the things cancel each other out. I don't know.
Not bad. Not a bad take. And you're right. Could be like a bagel shop. Could be a bunch of dough. Although yeast smells nasty after it's been out for a
It
while.
does. Yeah.
If
Yeah, Rocky know a little bunch about that.
you've ever been
Yeah.
around a restaurant when they're getting their septic or when they're getting their grease trap pumped,
Yes. Yeah.
it's worse than my next choice, probably. With, there's almost nothing left.
Well,
And
no, there's five.
some of these are things like I'd rather have things that sound more disgusting than others. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go here. Let me see.
Wow.
We don't have a lot left.
Nashville, you piece of garbage. Nashville's gonna lose this parlay for me.
So I'm gonna have to go infected wound.
Oh.
Disgusting
Oh
smell.
my god.
Oh.
It's a disgusting smell, but they all are disgusting at this point.
Oh man, but that's like that. With that, you need to go. You have to get yourself pampered after you smell that because there's no getting that out of your nose hair. That has to be physically taken out of your body, or else it sits everywhere. You have an olfactory sense and never leaves you. I can still recall from nursing school 20 years ago, the very first time I ever smelled gangrene. I can on call. I can remember the smell vividly. Now, even now I'm like thinking about it. I can smell it. I can smell it now. Thanks, Rocky.
That's a
Hey,
gift, Mark. That's a gift you have.
yeah,
Whoa,
I'm
that's a
going that
curse.
one, and I'm going that one proudly. Listen, there are other ones on this list that are worse. I'm sorry.
Man.
Yeah.
I would go as far as to say there's not any good ones left.
Well, no, yeah, no, yes, that's true. I just don't, you know what it is that you have like intimate knowledge of wounds,
Yeah,
and Rocky not so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, if he gets that beak full of one of them things, I'm telling you, he's not going to like it. Not going to
And
like it one bit.
I just take off my hoodie, throw it over it, and just keep driving.
Ugh.
All right. I don't know, man. These last four are horrible. Dude, having the wild card actually comes into your advantage here. You get to pick that at the very last one.
That's right.
Oh, all right. Oh man. It's not good, but rotten meat.
No,
Taking rot.
this is worse than a wound. I've been around rotten meat before, and let me tell you what, when it goes,
It does.
and you cannot, there's no way you're driving 2,500 miles with, oh, no way, man.
I don't
Not
know.
to,
I feel like it's at least out of the ones that are left, it's probably the most consistent smell. Like once I smell it, like I've smelt the worst of it, and I just know that I'm dealing with that for 2,500 miles. These other ones, it's like it's a plethora of smells. any any which way the wind blows, it's like a different scent. At least with the rotten meat, like I know what I'm getting. I know that I just got to stomach that consistent rotten meat smell for 2,500 miles.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's
man.
true. But the thing is, yeah, rotten meat, depending on how, I mean, it's got one of those smells that it could be just like a gut wrenching part, like deal to it, where it's like almost painful
Got
to
the,
smell it.
got the
Yeah.
worms eating through it. Oh,
What do you think would be worse? You think rotten beef or rotten chicken? Thanks, buddy.
Rotten chicken.
chicken is bad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken is bad. We had
There's
a,
something about
we had a fridge go out once over the
it.
weekend.
Ugh,
We
I'm getting
opened that,
chills.
we opened that door and People were vomiting. It was like a competition, man. We rolled that refrigerator outside. We were all out. Yeah, no, it's bad.
That's disgusting.
Oh
Bad.
wow, there was a brawl. There was a brawl in the Warriors Wolf game. Draymond Green put Gobert in a headlock.
I was just
Klay
gonna say,
Thompson jersey got ripped off.
Draymond Green is, man, he's something else. This is why I told his mom that her son was no good.
All right, so my turn, right? Ripping the band-aid off here.
Yeah.
I'm going Manure.
See, that was my next choice. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You got to go Manure here. I mean, out of the three that are left, and you guys listening, you'll see Manure. Similar to what you were saying about the meat, although I think it holds more true. It is a very consistent smell that I've smelled many times before. Whenever they're laying manure, didn't mean to rhyme that, but it worked.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that punches you in the face right away. But then all right, you know what it is. It doesn't smell great, but it's just manure. It's not actual, like, they're just, I look at it like they're just trying to make the plant life grow. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
doesn't seem as disgusting to me.
it's
Listen,
such
you're hoping you got a grass-fed cow. Like, you're hoping manure it's the only option right there. It is.
it's such a hearty stink though. Like it
It
might punch you in the
is.
face, but it just keeps punching you in the face because it's just deep. No matter like if you take like a little sniff, or if like you're all a little sniffed out. Now you got to take a deep breath. Now you got a lung full of like just horse shit in your chest, and it wants to just beat you up from the inside. I couldn't do it.
I feel like though, similar to something else I picked, I think it's still one of those smells that doesn't make you nauseous.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess it really doesn't make you nauseous.
It
Yeah.
just stinks.
And
Yeah.
speaking of not making you nauseous, my next choice, the only one left that I could take, it's rotten milk. Listen, rotten milk is not a good smell. It is not pleasant, but on the smellogram, it's not as bad as vomit, and it's definitely not as bad as the next choice that Mark's going to have to make, because you have full control over the intake of what you're going to have in your car.
That's right.
Milk, like it smells terrible, but it's milk. Like there's not guessing what else is in there that's causing that cosmic smell. It's just milk. So I'm not happy about it, but rotten milk. I've been there. I had 3 daughters. They spilt milk in the car before. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad actually that you did take it, because I can stomach this next smell more than spoiled milk. I had one of the kids about 2 months ago. They left one of their milkshakes in the back of the car in the side panel, and for like a few days, Sarah and I were like, "What is that smell? This is rancid. Where is this coming from?" And it wasn't until going through the car and cleaning the car, this thing. I mean, I didn't realize that milkshakes, like chocolate milkshakes, turn like 7 different shades of color. Like it is disgusting. There was just like layer after layer after layer after layer of just pure stench, and it was terrible. And the closer you got to it, the more you were gagging. And we had to grab it. Well, first off, we got the trash can. We pulled it close to the car. We opened the lid, and you had to like grab it and quick toss it. And you're hoping that like you got it in the trash can and you didn't miss, and it went on a driveway, and then you got to smell it for an entire season. I'm glad you went there. That's a horrible smell,
You
Rocky.
can do it all you want, because I know your next choice, and that is the grossest smell. Because again, you don't know what was in it. It was milk.
No, man. You're talking about dirty foot having another meaning. I think you've stomached this smell before, and that's human feces.
No.
No.
It's bad.
Worse.
It's bad, but it's not spoiled milk bad.
No, it is. It had my back.
And you don't know what you're getting. Like Phil said,
has been in that. Listen, don't you tell me, because there's a reason why we lock ourselves in a room and we turn on a fan. Cows don't. No one wants to smell human feces. Nobody.
Listen, shit smells. But I think I gotta go with. I think rotten milk
No,
is.
you
I
are.
think rotten milk could make you more nauseous than.
Listen,
Not
no.
only that,
There's
come
no
on,
other smell than human crap. That's the
come
difference.
on. You
We're
never been on the
shoving things
toilet?
in our mouth. We're not supposed. We're lactose intolerant. You don't think you're getting that rotten milk smell and the feces? It's all mixed in there like some kind of holiday, punch that's just gonna knock you out, man. No, it's
See,
disgusting.
no. I'm gonna, we've all been there where we have one of them shits, and you're in the bathroom, and you're like, you know what? That don't smell too bad.
No.
You don't know what you're getting with it. It's a total wild card. We've all had that one where maybe we don't flush it right away because we're like, we just enjoy the smell a little bit more than we should.
That's ridiculous. That's all I gotta say. Ridiculous.
So this draft, right? I'm assuming like when we title it, it's got to be something where like worst bad smells that you could deal with, or something like that. So like it's kind of spelled out because I don't want to take a pick here that's just like I could say anything. So I
Yeah.
want to kind of stay in line with the draft where it's
Best
like bad
worst.
smells that you could tolerate, right?
Maybe that's a title. The most tolerable bad smells
Yeah,
Yeah.
tolerable bad smells draft. So
that you take for
with
a
that
ride.
in mind, I'm gonna go in a car. Bad smells. I got to think about this just a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of. I want to pick something good. So, in a
Like like the
car.
like the actual smell of what Rocky was alluding to earlier.
No, not nothing bad. Something that I can tolerate. I got to make the wild card work for me. But I think I'm just trying to. It's gonna be a food. I just can't decide which food it is. I think what I want to say is like gas station burrito. Gas station burrito doesn't smell great, but you're on a road trip. It's like my theory on cheese. Cheese could be the best smelling thing in the world and the worst smelling thing in the world. It depends on where you're smelling it.
Yeah.
And in the car, the burrito doesn't smell great, but it's getting the job done. I can tolerate the smell because I'm hungry. It's gonna fill me up. But man, if you're in the back seat and you're not eating the burrito, it ain't the best. And what comes later is even worse.
Well,
Yeah.
you're a self-proclaimed hater of ketchup. Could you stomach the smell of ketchup for a ride?
I don't hate ketchup. I just hate the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sitting right under my nose. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's just something about it where it's like I like ketchup on food, but just the smell alone is terrible. Like the cheese thing is like you put Parmesan cheese on a pizza, Romano, whatever, strong, smells good. You walk by a dumpster full with a bag of it in there, it's like the worst thing you smelled in your life.
Yeah.
Like, I never understood that. Why does that make such a difference where the cheese is? This is my cheese theory.
It's a pretty good one. I've never read any literature on it. You should definitely write a book on cheese theory because I don't think it's out there
Thesis?
yet.
Should I write a thesis?
I think people want to know. You got to tell the people.
I think it's one of those things people don't think about until somebody says it.
What about any things, smells that we don't think that are good, but we're not on this list? Like I got a one that I think's the worst smell, and I actually, yeah, definitely in the car. I had a friend who worked at a rental car place, and he said they couldn't figure out why, but somebody had put 2 bags of cut grass in the trunk of the car, and they didn't discover it for like a week, and the car was ruined. They could not get the smell out. It smelled like decomposing body. They had to just pretty much, the car was done.
From grass? From
Yeah.
grass clippings?
Cut grass. Yep.
Grass clippings, it's not the worst smell in the world, but it is super it's distinct and it can be strong. And it's a weird smell too. Because it's like it's there, but it's also subtle. It's like when we do our clippings, and I have some in here right now, and we stick them in the garage waiting for them to pick them up. And I'll just be sitting here sometimes and I smell it and I have to remember what it is. I don't know. I really can't compare it to anything else. But I'll throw one in there that I think I'm surprised you didn't list. Cigarettes. Somebody that smokes a smoker's car. And it's one of those things that, if you're the smoker, because I used to smoke, you don't notice. But when you don't and you go in somebody's car that smokes, I mean, you just feel dirty.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You even get like that. You get that little bit of like film on you too. Even that tobacco film.
It's nasty.
That's a good one. I'm surprised I didn't. You know what it is? I grew up in a house of smokers. And I mean, nowadays you don't see it, but back then, our parents would throw us in the backseat of the car, no car seats. Windows up because it's colder than anything out.
Yeah.
Heat blasting, just puffing away. One
Firing
cigarette
up the
after
heater.
another, just blowing that back on us. You just get
I
like
think
that.
we all dealt with that.
Another bad smell is if laundry doesn't get dry.
Oh, that's terrible. Mildew.
Yeah, oh no. That one is an awful smell too.
I mean, I remember I had one day where I like I was in 7th grade. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of nice clothes, at least early on. So I remember my mom took me on a little shopping spree, Tommy Hilfiger, whatever. So I had like 4 or 5 pieces of clothes that I really liked. So there was this one I wanted to wear, wash the clothes. Long story short, didn't dry all the way. But there's like that middle ground where like it's almost dry and you can get away with it. And I thought I was in that zone. And it took for me, like I was in first period sitting in class and I caught that first, like somebody walked by and that whoosh hit me, and then I caught a whiff, and I realized I'm in for the long haul today. I'm avoiding getting close to certain people because you had those friends that would say something, and then the girl. So that's it's bad because it's pretty funky. Yeah,
that is pretty bad. How about like end of the day, like beach / like low tide smell when you just kind of got that. You got that like film on your skin. It's like that nasty like chum smell. And trying to go cross country with that, I think even like low tide, like mud, like coming in from like fishing. It's like I don't know if you guys have ever been like out in the morning fishing. You got waders on. You throw the waders in your trunk, and you forget that they're in there. And like a week later, that just like that low tide mud smell just permeates through the car.
I don't know that life.
Yeah, I don't know that life.
That's
Cleveland.
life.
You weren't fishing.
What's another bad smell? Last one for me. Have you? I don't know how to. I guess it could happen in a car. You ever had like been drinking some beer, or you had a beer or whatever? You toss it in the trash can. Still a little bit of beer left. You get warm old beer like in a trash can. That shit stinks, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like the beer and the cigarettes reminds me of my youth or something, but my God.
Good times. Good times.
Like I'll change my trash can out, in the garage sometimes. I'll throw a beer can in there. And now I started realizing it. I said, I gotta pour this thing out, make sure there's not a drop. Because then the whole thing it smells like a dumpster or something.
Yeah. I get that.
It smells like road trip. It sounds like road trips with you as a child was probably a complete roll of the dice as to whether or not you guys were going to make it to your destination. Crying out loud. Drinking beers and smoking cigarettes. On vacation.
Well, anyway. Crap. So do we want to, we're not recounting our list. He'll pick it up from the video, but
yeah.
No, you shouldn't recount it because he's going to want to clip it.
No, yeah, but he doesn't clip from that anymore.
No, but we got to say it, remember? Because we're the ones, or is he going to pull it out of each one?
That's what he's been doing.
It's going to be really. It's not easy for him just to clip off.
He doesn't do it that way anymore.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's been
Yeah.
clipping like each time we say it because like our heads are like in different positions and stuff when he
Yeah.
does it. Yeah.
I don't think
All
there's
right,
any.
so
I don't think. I don't think anybody wins this one. These are all
No, just
terrible smells.
No, I think I won. I mean, I'm the only one with a food item. All right, so that's the show. If you like the show, go back to our backlog. We have a whole playlist, Guys on Draft. We also have Guys on Sports. We talk everything fantasy and current NFL football stuff. Go to our chalkboard and you can definitely get advice there. But if you like this, go to anywhere you listen to podcasts, at GOM Podcast, Guys on Sport, Guys on Network, all your socials. You can find us there as well. Our TikTok is pretty lit. You can find us Sundays, 10:30 in the morning, giving out fantasy advice. Please just follow the boys, follow the guys, support us. We need it. We've been doing this like what, 3+ years now? We need all the love we could get. So, peace.
Peace.
see ya.